going to try and, starting tonight, I'm going to try to go through these other 4 that I haven't done. Continue on with my dream stuff and other stuff that was put away for Christmas. So I guess I'm kind of coming back to talk about this stuff. So this one that I haven't done, this lady mentioned, was something about a soul contract. Um, soul contract. So the soul contract itself, the terms of the soul contract, it's the signing of your test, or lessons you have to learn. And so basically what this is underneath, let me just kind of go back. So after we pass away, we have our celebration, we meet our family that we haven't met in a long time, decide to help other people and whatnot, and then there comes to a point where we decide that we want to do our other lessons and we want to come back, perhaps at the same time, which will be another discussion. But what happens is, and you kind of have to envision in, I guess, in your mind, kind of like a classroom, where you kind of pick up the list of things you have to learn, and you look at them and you go, walk over to a spirit guide saying, I'd like to use this in this life, and they go over this list of things that you have to learn before you pass on to the next level. I mean, there could be all kinds of things. I mean, we have 9 lives, but we could have 1,000 lessons to learn during that time. So we sit there with our spirit guide, could even be the same one as last time, doesn't matter, but it's a spirit guide, and we start picking off the things that we want to learn or go through the test or whatnot, and we create this list. We'll often mention as a spirit guide having a clipboard and marking off things or showing things after we passed off, and it's just kind of like my vision of is a clipboard. It could be almost anything. So this is the contract that we kind of create. This is what I forgot who asked me about. This is what the lady was referring to as there being a contract. And that's exactly what it is. You create a contract with your spirit guide. He's going to teach you everything you need to learn through this life. He's going to make sure you do all these lessons and all these tests. All of them will be done by the time you cross over. And he will also manage it when you cross over. So, I'm sorry I'm so late, but basically that's kind of a very quick description of what a soul contract is. Again, a lot of different names. A lot of people call them different names. So I think just looking at what I wrote down here, what you had asked me to talk about here was the soul contract. And that's what soul contracts are. You're bound to your spirit guide to have those lessons. And you can't get away from it. As many people say, we have a freedom of choice. Doesn't mean we have a freedom of getting away from our lessons. People talk to us about, or everybody keeps saying about, why does this keep happening to me? Why is this always comes around in a circle? Well, if you really think about it, if your spirit guide is there to make sure that you follow that contract and you are done with that contract, if you haven't learned that lesson and you haven't done it right, you make your freedom of choice. You say, I'm not doing this. You go around, the spirit guide says, okay, let's go. You can go. And eventually what happens is he just takes you in one great circle, and all of a sudden you have that next event or something that you're going to say, why does this keep happening to me? Reason? Because your spirit guide says you haven't learned that lesson. So you can take your freedom of choice, but you're still going to come back to where you're supposed to learn your lesson, and you're going to keep doing it until you learn your lesson, regardless of what your freedom of choice is. Anyway, so I hope this makes sense to you all. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.